Who do you think won? They're both wrong. Hey y'all, Rumtown Girl here, and I wanted to take a minute, shoot a video, and let you know who won the gift card. If you're new to my channel, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you'll come back again. And for my longtime watchers, mwah, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Oh my God, it feels so good to be outside. I have been held hostage. I don't know what's going on. It's in the 90s and the sun's been blaring and I've got a site with no shade. My poor little air conditioner is working so hard, but you know, he can only do what he can do. Basically, it's like been over 90 outside. The poor thing can't get it better than 82 on the inside. I've got reflectix all over the windows in an attempt to keep the sun out. It's like living in a cave. Every time I come outside, I get eaten alive by mosquitoes. Needless to say, my last few days in New Mexico are not going well for me. I don't know who ordered them, but the clouds rolled in, so I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna jump outside, I'm gonna shoot this video, and I'm gonna pray that when I go back inside, I don't have 17 new mosquito bites. So for those of you who might be watching this video in the future, when the contest is no longer relevant, I still invite you to stay because I got some good stories to tell. I had shared what my issues and challenges were, as well as the workarounds I had that could conceivably help me stay there longer. And if you haven't seen that video, just for fun and kicks, you know, I'll put the link up above. So let me tell you how things went. So obviously I went into super duper water restriction mode for both my gray and black tanks. And as I had mentioned in the previous video, that I had a wonderful regular bathroom with showers and flush toilets, and so if things had gotten really bad, I knew I just had the inconvenience of walking over there, or so I thought. So for the most part, I had made my peace with the awful views. I had done such a great job managing my water usage that I never did need to fill my tank while I was there. As I mentioned, I was successful at pulling in the AT&T signal, so although it was minimal, I did have access to check the weather, make a phone call, let people know where I was, etc. But what it really came down to was the black tank. And being in a new to me RV, I'm not really used to quite yet what happens when my black tank fills up. So unlike Scout, who was like pretty straightforward, he just pretty much just had a valve that opened, things dropped down, nothing fancy. Romeo Fancy Pants here, he's got a little bit more sophisticated of a system, kind of has a suction. And so I learned this new thing that RV toilets can do. It's called burping. And since we can't trust our sensors to tell us when they're full, I mean, it's pointless. His sensor says he's full right after I empty him, so I can't rely on that. But when it does get too full in there, this is kind of gross, but when you try to flush the toilet, it kind of burps, which means a little bit of stuff kind of comes back up. Well, I didn't know that was even a possibility. And so I was doing things like putting saran wrap over the toilet seat when I would flush it so that it would only spray up onto the saran wrap, and then I would put gloves on and throw it away. Okay, so clearly in my last few days there, it was time to start using the bathroom, which shouldn't have been a problem other than the inconvenience of walking over there. Wouldn't you know, right around the time that the toilet started burping, I think I had 1 day left, and a camper arrives pulling a fifth wheel, clearly new, runs into the faucet in the site he's supposed to be in, breaks it, causes a flood, and of the whole time I'm there, they had to shut off the water. Murphy's Law, right? So it's my last day, and now I can't even take advantage of using the public restroom that's there. Never fear, I know van dwellers. I watch those videos too. So my first bright idea was to take a plastic shopping bag and just line my toilet with it and just use that. And, you know, put the toilet paper and stuff in there. It was I only had to get through a 24-hour period, and then I was leaving. Well, I thought that was working okay, but when it was time for cleanup, yeah, the bag kind of leaked. So luckily it leaked into a toilet bowl. I don't know what people do when it leaks into something that's not a toilet bowl, like a bucket or something. I don't even want to think about that. You know, the van dwellers, they pee in bottles, they pee in cups. So I had some of that stuff laying around. I know, the whole bathroom thing is kind of ooky, but it's a part of the RV lifestyle. And I don't mind practicing for the zombie apocalypse, because if at some point it's not going to be easy to be utilizing and dumping the tank in the RV, I like to know that there's backups. So let's get down to business. Want to know who won the gift card? So a few things. First, I want you to know that I originally put out the notification that there was going to be a contest on May 7th. And I arrived at the park on May 6th. So at that point in time, we all didn't know how long I was gonna last. And I want to state for the record that I did not shoot the contest announcement video until I had left and was at a completely different park. And there were only 2 people who knew how many days that I had been there at that point. Me and Big Brother. More on that later. So I almost lasted the whole time. I actually left on day number 13 earlier in the morning. I was racking my brain to come up with a official way to validate the date and the time that I left Conscious Lake. If you ever had any doubts whether or not Big Brother is watching, he is. You know, some ideas I had was the timestamp on the video I shoot, but I didn't have that set correctly in the GoPro, so that was useless. And then I made a most frightening discovery. Apparently, as I went into the bowels of my device under Google tracks not only everywhere I've been, but the time I was there, how long I was there, where I went to next, how long it took me to drive there. That is really over the top. Really don't know what Google wants to do with this information, but I'll tell you, if I ever get arrested for something, I know where I can go now to show them my alibi. Here you can see my official reservation that shows you that I arrived on May 6th. I was scheduled to stay until May 20th, which would have been 14 days, and that is the maximum amount of time that you can stay at any New Mexico state park. So I took a screenshot so you can see on May 19th, the exact time I left, where I went to after that, how long it took me to get there, where I went to after that, and how long it took me to get there. Very disturbing. The official time of my departure, thanks to my creepy big brother Google, was on May 19th at 8:43 a.m. We had 2 people that guessed 13 days. And because we included the times, one of them was closer to the actual time that I left. But before we go on to that, would you do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up? I sure would appreciate it. And the winner is Arizona Nomad! Congratulations, Arizona Nomad! You win the gift card! So congratulations to the winner. I'm going to be contacting you to get the address so I can send you the gift card. And just in case anything goes wonky with Arizona Nomad, do drop in. You'd be up next. Thank you everybody for playing. I hope you had a good time and I hope you enjoyed my stories. So if you had a good time with me today, I hope we can do it again. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell notification, and that way YouTube is supposed to tell you the next time I post another video. Can't say it always works that way, but hey, we can try. And if you've got some good stories to share about similar scenarios, you know I'd love to hear them. And even if you don't, you know I love reading through your comments. So I think that's a wrap, Jack. Thanks for playing. Congratulations to the winner. See you next time. Come here, come over here. No, Shelby. Shelby, I didn't tell you to jump the fence.